Hey, this is Trader Travis, founder of LearnStockOptionsTrading.com, which is the home of what I feel is the best web-based course on the web. And if I sound biased, it's because I created it. But seriously, though, it's a free course. It's step-by-step. It's really simplified. We have way more free training than we do paid training. So go over to that website. Just check it out. It's one of the best. It's my labor of love. Options trading has completely changed my life, and it's my way to give back to this community and to pour into it and give tons and tons of great quality free education. But now, in this particular training video, what we're going to do is move forward, and we're going to talk about at-the-money options. In a previous training video, we covered out-of-the-money options. And in this one, what we're going to do is talk about at-the-money options and explain what they are. Now, again, as I always state in every video, when I pull up an option chain, for those who are new to trading and don't really have a broker platform, option chains can be kind of confusing. And so actually, this is not the URL. The URL to our stock option chain will be this one right here. It's Learn Stock Option Trading Stock Option Chain. That will go through, and it's a lesson on the stock option chain, so to kind of decipher what this all means. And so in this video, what I would just want to do is talk about at-the-money options. In a previous video, we covered out-of-the-money options, and at-the-money will be sort of like a middle road in between. And so there are three types of relationships that this strike price right here has to the stock price. And strike prices are, what they call exercise prices. And so you have in, you have at, and you have out of the money. So you have in the money, at the money, and out of the money options. And so out of the money options here will be these ones right here. They're cheaper. In the money will be these ones here. They're more expensive. And then you have at the money. At the money are the ones, the strikes that are the closest to the stock price. And so Google is trading at 733. And so this 730 right here, actually this 735 is technically, well, it's 733.99. So actually almost $734. So the 735 would be technically at the money, because $735 is closer to this figure than 730 is. All right. So, for all practical purposes, we'll say 735 is at the money. And you can see the price here, 560. So these are more expensive. This is 560, and the out of the money is cheaper. And so essentially the at the money is like, it's a middle road between risk and reward. In other videos, we talk about out of the money options where they're cheaper. You pick them. If the stock moves, you get really explosive growth. You'll get like 100, 200% return on investment often in days. In the money options are more expensive. However, they're more stable, so they're less affected by stock price fluctuations. Like if the stock doesn't move, you won't really see the value dwindle down as much as you do with out of the money options. And then at the money is, again, it's going to be a middle road. It's going to be a balance between the two. And so let's go through real quick and just do a quick exercise here. In one of the earlier videos where I was covering out of the money options, I picked an out of the money option here. This is September 745. I was an idiot. I made a mistake trying to do this video so quick. I did my calculations wrong. I will get it right in this video. But in this one, let's go ahead and pick this at the money option. So let's go ahead and buy this, because in these videos we're just going to talk about option buying. It's option buying, option selling are two different styles of trading options, and literally each and of its own is a complete separate course. They all have their own risk and rewards and different things you need to think about. So in these videos we're mainly going to talk about option buying. And so we're going to buy a call option here, which gives us the right to buy a stock. And the way call options work, if the stock moves up in price, we'll make money. All right. So Google did go up in price. I'm in a trade on it. And so we bought this September 735 here. So now let's go ahead and sell this. And so again, you can see here, this at the money costs us more than the out of the money option did in that last video. All right. So here, though, look what the profit is, though. Okay, in the last video, the profit was about $700 something. Now look at the profit here; it's $1,100. So like, wow, I'm actually making more money. And so now let me get my calculations right this time. This is the actual profit, and I'll show you. Let me just show you how they got this figure. Okay, so here's the exit price, $17.25. you always have to multiply that by 100. So I'm just going to go ahead and multiply by 100 in my head. So 1725 minus the 570 we purchased it for. You can see the profit here, 1155. So you take your profit, you divide it by your initial cost, which would be 570, and that gets your percent return. Okay, so now you can see the percent return is less. In the previous video, the percent return was about 300 and something percent return on investment in a matter of what, 3 days? So this is what, 2 days. Actually, this one is 2 days. And now this one is 202%. So you get less percent return, but look how much more you made. Okay, you made $1,100. So now you can start to see the difference between out, at, and now in the next video, we're going to cover in the money options. And I'll show you, some of the pros and cons of in the money options. So the main thing I can teach you about at the money, they're really simple. It's just a middle road. There's not too much to really say much on these. And you can see they're just a balance between risk and reward, cost, and everything. Literally, they just are middle of the road. That's the way I like to think of them. So that's it for this particular training video. So now we're going to move on to the next one. We're going to talk about in the money options. And so as always, I always invite everybody to subscribe to our YouTube channel or click on the link to go to our website, because we put out a lot of training. We want to keep you in the loop. We want to keep you on the notification list. And there are some people, who often want coaching. I'm all for both coaching and self-education. I started out as a self-educator. Okay. The self-education route is cheaper. It's the poor man's journey. All right. I've been there, but it can often be frustrating as heck. For instance, just look at the option chain. When I first started learning and I was self-educating, I pull up this option chain. You have several different months here. You have no idea which one to pick. Strategies will actually dictate which one you pick and when you pick it. But when you're self-educating, you really don't have a strategy. You're kind of failing your way forward, figuring all that out. Again, I fully support that because that's how I started out. But I have a pilot in my last coaching class, and he even said it. He explained it great. When you first, see these, the industry standard for option education is like 5,000 to 9,000. And if you're new to that, you're kind of taken aback. And so you're like, wow, that's too much. And so you go self-education, after a couple of years of losing money and figuring out it takes like 3 years for you to figure out, look, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm no better off than I was 3 years ago. You finally go enroll in the course. So you come full circle. And that's essentially how I did. And so, I'm for both. And now, I realize the secret to the wealthy, is that they invest in their education. The quicker you can learn something, the quicker you can make money. So I'm all about, investing in courses. But again, nothing is for sale in this video. I don't want you to think I'm trying to sell you anything. Just sharing my life experiences. But as always, we always encourage people, just stay in our notification loop. We have more free training than we do have paid courses. And so we'll offer everything to everybody. We just want to make sure you learn the skill. We don't care who you learn it from. We just care that you learn it. And so subscribe to our YouTube channel or click the link below, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.